Looking at voter patterns, it's easy to think that the European Parliament does not matter to the citizens of Europe. Turnout has dropped over the years, and in 2009, only 43% of eligible voters turned up at the polls. And voters use the elections to signal a protest vote against national governments. This is one reason why fringe parties tend to do better in European than in national elections. But do these voters know what powers they are handing over? Who has the levers to power in Europe? The Parliament has a say on around 70% of all European Union laws and often pushes EU governments to make changes in important areas. Last year, for instance, it added a cap on bankers' bonuses to a law requiring banks to keep extra capital. It can also aid member states in negotiations with other EU governments. Recently, lawmakers forced Eurozone governments to merge €55 billion of bank rescue funds within 8 years rather than 10. The decision was made after Parliament came to the support of France and Italy, who had wanted these funds to flow together more quickly, despite opposition from Germany. And if the US wants to reach a free trade deal with the EU, the European Parliament will have to approve it. EU laws also have a huge influence on national decision making. The EU budget is only about 1% of the bloc's overall GDP, but new rules passed by the last Parliament during the crisis restrict how much Eurozone governments can spend in their own budgets every year. And many other laws, whether on energy, privacy, or allowing EU citizens to live and work in another country, have a big effect on national companies and economies. The UK House of Commons Library estimates that as much as 50% of UK laws either originate in Brussels or have somehow been affected by EU rules. So whether people vote or not, the outcome of the election will definitely matter.